This week on 20TV, high schoolers earn credits without attending class, and students learn how to manage their finances for the future. But first, the test that thousands of students have been preparing for is about to change. You are watching 20TV Weekly from Academy District 20.
Hello and welcome to 20TV Weekly. I'm Kyle Shetler.
And I'm Ian Singh. Thanks for joining us today on 20TV. In recent years, juniors have taken the ACT standardized test instead of the SAT, but that could change. The state passed a House bill in May of 2015 stating that students in 10th and 11th grade would take a college readiness exam. Juniors are used to taking the ACT, but the House bill says 10th grade students will take the PSAT and 11th graders will take the SAT. But this year's juniors, the class of 2017, will be taking the ACT, which has caused some confusion. Becky Allen, the Director of Assessment for District 20, explains what the state's plan is.
They went ahead, since students weren't really ready to take the SAT, they said, you know what, this year take the 10th grade PSAT, and at 11th we'll still take ACT. Then next year it will be PSAT at 10th and SAT at 11th.
The next ACT test is June 11th. The registration deadline is May 6th, but an extra fee is required if you register late.
Money is everywhere, but it's not always the easiest thing to manage. Students at D20 get the opportunity to practice money management in the classroom. Personal finance is a class offered in many of the high schools in District 20. Students work on everyday problems that people see when it comes to money. Credit cards, car loans, and personal budgets are just a few of the topics discussed. Students are taught to be prepared for financial situations that they may have not planned for. Teacher Nancy Spalding gives them plans to deal with these scenarios.
Some of us find ourselves in debt that we didn't intend because maybe somebody got sick or somebody lost a job, and that's what we call life, and it happens. And you just have to be prepared with some strategies to deal with it.
Ms. Spalding hopes students will gain money management habits that will last them a lifetime.
In one class at Rampart High School, kids are getting full credit without ever showing up to class. Students that have full or part-time jobs at Rampart are eligible to take a business internship course once per semester. However, the kids are not required to show up to the class at all during the year, only for a short personal assessment that is completed during finals week. The school understands the busy lives of working high school students and wants to provide them with the opportunity of having full credit classes without the large amount of coursework usually connected with classes.
You can actually add it as a 9th period class. It's not a class that you actually attend. It's just a class that you get credit for working. So you work your hours whenever you want throughout the month, and you just check in monthly with Mrs. Keller to make sure that you're turning in those hours, turning in your evaluations every quarter, and it's just a class on your schedule.
Colleges recognize the business internship as legitimate and beneficial for the student. Having a job in high school teaches kids time management, responsibility, and the interworking of the job field. Students involved are required to work a minimum of 20 hours per month for full credit.
We've seen some sunny days here in the Springs.
As winter finally packed its bags, we'll take a look at the forecast after the break.
You're watching 20TV Weekly.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
No more pencils, no more books.
No more teachers, dirty looks.
School's out for summer.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org, because great things happen when we live united.
Welcome back to 20TV Weekly. Thanks for staying with us.
Spring is starting. As always, we can expect showers, but could we also see some snow? We'll now turn to Ian Willing with next week's weather.
Well, no one ever said spring weather in Colorado was consistent, but yes, we will be cooling down again, and we'll see a chance for some snow in through the early weekend. First, we'll look nationally, and it doesn't look like much right now over the western half of the country, but that will be changing here in the next coming days. We are also seeing some showers and thunderstorms over parts of Missouri and Illinois. Taking a closer look at Colorado, we are looking at spotty cloud cover, some of which are carrying rain and snow over higher elevations. That will continue to be the trend through at least Saturday, where we'll see the chance for rain and snow every day. Our almanac for this time of year looks like this. Our average high comes in at 63 degrees, so it will be colder than average for the next few days at least. And our record low was set back in 1924 at 18 degrees. Taking a look ahead, we'll see that rain-snow mix until Saturday, with the high coming in at 45 degrees, and then things gradually will start to warm up next week, where it looks like we'll be back in the mid to upper 50s by midweek. So if you have plans to be outside over the next couple days, you might want to consider rain gear or a warmer coat. Ian and Kyle?
Thanks, Ian.
Let's now turn to 20 TV Sports with Travis Stedman.
Pine Creek girls lacrosse took on Cheyenne Mountain recently. The Indians were undefeated in league play going into this one, and they would start strong, getting out to a 3-1 lead after the first quarter. Pine Creek would shut them out in the second, narrowing the score 3-2. The second half would see a lot more scoring from both teams, as they would combine for 13 goals over both quarters. Pine Creek would keep it a close game, but fell to Cheyenne Mountain by a final of 10-8. The girls' soccer regular season is wrapping up in the next week, and we're bringing you a big District 20 matchup. Liberty welcomes in Rampart Wednesday as the Lancers look to stay undefeated in conference play. We'll stream the game live on the web at asd20.org/20TV Sports. It will also be broadcast live in Colorado Springs on Comcast Channel 19 and CenturyLink Channel 8005. That's all for sports. Ian and Kyle?
Thanks, Travis. We have more ahead on 20 TV Weekly.
Coming up next, we'll show you what you can expect for our next week's show.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back to 20 TV Weekly. We're almost out of time for this week's show.
But first, we're going to take a look at some of the stories we're working on for our next show.
Pine Creek Student Council tackles issue after issue.
There are some changes in how District 20 handles standardized tests.
Plus much more news, weather, and sports, right here on 20 TV Weekly.
That's all the time we have for this week's show.
Thanks for joining us, and have a great week.